He knocked and awoke the 56-year-old woman in me at 19 True Infidelity Story. A knock broke the silence, signaling something unexpected. A nice reminder that life continued beyond my peaceful abode. My hair was damp from the morning shower as I walked to the door in my robe. As I opened the door, I imagined the mailman or a neighbor on the threshold. Yet it was Noah, my best friend's son. 19, lofty and dampened by summer, he wore a white tank top that highlighted his arms and chest. He smiled with youthful charm and disheveled locks. He showed Miss Evelyn a tiny box and said hello. "Mom asked me to send this to you." I had forgotten how deep his voice was. After a moment, I smiled. "Oh, Noah, it's been months since we last met." He handed me the gift, and I smelled soap, cologne, and sunlight. Indeed, my education and other obligations have kept me busy. However, my mother stressed its importance. "Step in," I said, shifting aside. "Let me serve you some lemonade." Uncertainty flickered in his gaze. "I demand only if you are sure." I felt thirsty as he entered the room with confidence and comfort. Perhaps it was how his tank revealed just enough to evoke ideas of what was beyond. Perhaps I had spent too long alone. One of my 2 glasses was provided to him. Our fingers briefly touched. He looked at me with deep brown eyes and a smile. "Your look amazes me." Maybe I laughed too quickly. Old robe protests. He took a sip and said seriously, "Still have that spark." The words were like wisps of smoke, hazardous, delicious haze, evanishing between us. We were in the living room. I folded my legs, suddenly aware of my robe's looseness. Noah glanced at my exposed thigh before averting his sight with decency. Cleared my throat. "Is school treating you well?" "Uninteresting," he smiled. "I prefer hands-on activities." Inhaled deeply. The air changed. Maybe it was my imagination. Maybe it was just my ramblings. Still, I sensed it. I took another sip of lemonade to stay positive. "You appear to handle tools well, no?" "Indeed," he said. "I occasionally help my uncle with plumbing." An idea came to me instantly, seemingly pure but with a sinister undertone. "My shower has been acting strangely," I said. "Light pressure. I hate cold water. Would you mind reviewing this?" His posture straightened. "This moment? Do you have time?" He smiled. "Lead the way." I took him to the bathroom. My robe swayed with each step, and I didn't correct it. He kneeled by the tub and carefully turned knobs and inspected pipes. I saw his back muscles ripple under his tank top from the shadows. "There's a leak down here," he said, reaching into the shadows. "Replacement of a washer is likely." "Is it reparable?" "Indeed, a hardware shop visit may be needed." I huddled beside him. Too close. Our shoulders touched. His breath hung in the air briefly. He looked at me again and held it. Our faces were too quiet. He lingered on my lips before looking down my silken robe. I should have stayed away. I should have spoken up. However, I did not. He didn't either. Silence conveyed our thoughts. "Thank you, Noah," I whispered. "Its purpose?" His whispered voice was mysterious. He remained silent to rekindle my emotions. He just watched me. I understood everything had changed then. That night, I lay in bed with my fingertips stroking my lips as if they still held his kiss. He hadn't. Not now. I missed him too. I should not have. He was my best friend's son. Young, beautiful, curious. However, desire is limitless. I had opened a door I could never close. Noah consumed my thoughts the next morning. He has those eyes. His hands. He stared at me like I was more than a mother. Not merely an elderly widow with a silk robe. Before the mirror, I brushed my hair softly. Today, my robe singed snugly. However, my skin radiated as if it clung onto his warmth, even though he had never touched me. Another door knock echoed. My heart jumped. Could it be him? I opened it and he was there. Noah. This time, he didn't wear a tank top. His fitting black t-shirt highlighted his chest, and his jeans draped wonderfully. A simple brown bag was in his hand. He held up the bag and said, "He brought the washer. Your shower will be repaired by me." I laughed softly, disguising my heart's quick beat. "Your kindness is limitless." He returned like he was intended to be here. I saw him move confidently and with subtle power. We went to the bathroom again. Robe cloth slipped lightly against my thighs. His eyes caught sight, but did not dwell. He kneeled alongside the tub, unzipped the bag, and focused. From the tub rim, I watched him closely. I tried to look away. Still, I stumbled. He remarked, "You keep looking at me," glancing away. I smiled. "Your appearance is nice." He slowly raised his eyes to meet mine. "You are too." Silence engulfed the place again, bringing you in with a depth words cannot convey. "Need a towel?" I quickly stood up and asked. He said, "My hands are moist." I turned toward the linen cabinet. The robe gradually slipped off my shoulder. I left it. As I spun, I saw him closer than before. Water gushed from his hands. I gently leaned in to offer him the towel. He agreed. He moved his fingers to delicately wipe a bead of water from my collarbone instead of drying his hands. His touch was excessively delicate. I inhaled quickly. "Evelyn?" Apparently seeking confirmation, he said. I looked into his eyes. Warmth, desire, and wonder replaced guilt. I let him continue. His hand touched my waist. Instantly, his lips met mine. It was slow. It lacked wilderness. Slow, enjoyable experimenting. As my fingers glided over his chest, I felt his quick heartbeat match mine. His withdrawal was minimal. He had wanted to do it since yesterday. Inhaled deeply. "I wanted that before you arrived." Our delicate barrier was broken by that disclosure. He kissed me again, more intensely. I didn't hide my ropes opening. As if I were a story he wanted to read, his fingertips traced every curve, inch, and quiet moan I tried to suppress. I was again a woman, not just a widow or a mother. I felt vibrantly yearned. After the stillness, we lay on the plush bathroom rug, bodies intertwined, hearts racing. No words broke the silence. Finally, Noah said, "Was that okay?" I looked at him, superior to satisfactory, adding, "I didn't mean to pressure you." I said no. "I wanted this as much as you did." He grinned, a genuine, brilliant smile that made him younger and stronger. "Perhaps we should keep this to ourselves," I said. He nodded. They didn't understand. I looked up at the ceiling. Everything is confusing me. I have no regrets. Still, I refrained. In that warm bathroom, I found something I thought was lost forever. Desire. Touch. Connection. An experience beyond loneliness. It was a 19-year-old boy who sparked my womanhood. The next morning, I wore Noah's black t-shirt. His aroma was fresh, youthful, and full of playful intrigue. After our toilet rendezvous, he left with a nervous smile and colored cheeks. However, he kissed me one last time before crossing the threshold. Be patient this time. Extend it as if he wanted to remember my taste. His hands warmed me as I entered my kitchen barefoot, his shirt mid-thigh. Tingling lingered, refusing to fade. I sat at the counter with a hot cup of coffee and looked out the window. The sun was high, birds chirped melodically. Yet a storm was brewing inside me. We did what? I was 56. He was 19 and on the brink of adulthood, my best friend's kid. I should have stopped it. Should have removed myself from him. Still, I refrained. My first touch in years was warm. Truly moved. More than contact, it's soul connection. He focused me. My phone buzzed at midday. Noah wrote, "Are you okay with my stopping by later?" I contemplated the message for a time. I kept my thumbs over the keyboard, ready to act. "Yes," I replied. Doors open wide. My heart raced when I sent. He entered my home with groceries at 2 p.m. He entered and said, "I'll make something special for you today." "Are you cooking?" I asked, eyebrow raised. He grinned poorly, but I tried. I left, leading him to the kitchen. The bag was set on the ground and pasta, tomatoes, and a little cheese block were removed. He seemed innocent and ordinary in that moment. This was typical. This was our norm. I chopped the ripe tomatoes as he boiled the pasta water. We worked together, occasionally brushing shoulders. We occasionally touched when we grabbed for the same spoon, brief but seductive. "Softly, Evelyn, what's that? Have I crossed the line yesterday?" I hesitated. My eyes were on him. What I saw went beyond a boy's infatuation. I faced a man full of questions and curiosity. And possibly something deeper.
No, y whisperat.
"You've not crossed. We tried something together." He nodded. However, the silence indicated his uncertainty. I know it's unusual, he said. You've aged. You are you. What am I? Intelligent, exquisite. Beyond my reach. I blinked. Then they smiled. Your charisma is lovely. He stared at me as if silent words were on his lips. Nevertheless, he approached. His fingers gently stroked my cheek. Can I kiss you again? He whispered, asking. I nodded in accord. Our lips touched again in that instant. This time, gentler. More leisurely. Take more care. I gave into his embrace as his arms wrapped my waist. My hand traced his abdomen beneath his shirt. I was really moved by his sharp inhalation. The water bubbled and hissed in protest of the stove's heat as we kissed. We ended up on the couch with half-eaten pasta in our laps, laughing at the meal's poor flavor. Perhaps we should have ordered pizza, I joked. He smiled. I'll let you cook next time. His hand traced delicate circles on my exposed thigh. Stayed stationary. I was calm. It was my wish. It was vital to me. You scared? He asked abruptly. I paused to think. Indeed.
No regrets.
He leaned in and kissed my shoulder, feeling the same. Another irresistible tug appeared. That ache hovered between innocence and fate.
But it didn't matter then.
His touch rejuvenated me, like I was sprouting again. Vibrant.
Seeking.
Adored? No, not now. Perhaps in time. On that night, he lingered before leaving. On the bed, we relaxed. His chest pushed my back, his breath against my neck whispers. He grabbed my hand under the sheets, oozing warmth and assurance. That's when it hit me. This went beyond moments. This was improving. Risky circumstance. Something real. Thanks to my amazing Ava Infidelity Story subscribers for your steadfast support to the finish. You embody this channel. First-timers, please subscribe to join a community that embraces the courage to feel, love, and explore the unknown. Jump into the final chapter. Through my bedroom window, the morning sun painted golden patterns on the linens. Noah laid beside me, asleep, his hand softly on my waist and his breath whispering across my neck. He seemed calm, young, and fragile. I studied him carefully. This kid, my best friend's son. What brought us here? How did one package spark passion? I carefully got out of bed to avoid disturbing him. My chest felt the weight of our acts as I remained before the mirror, drawing my robe tight. What may others say? What might she say? His mother, my best friend for almost 20 years. What would her eyes disclose if her son had kissed me, caressed my skin, and breathed my name while I quivered beneath him? Could she ever forgive me? Noah woke up soon after. He discreetly approached me in the kitchen, wrapped his arms around my waist, and kissed my neck. He whispered morning, his eyes still thick from sleep, smiling. Good morning, I whispered. My voice was strained, so proceed with caution. He noticed quickly. What's wrong? He asked. I turned in his embrace, holding his face in my palms. Noah, we must talk. He noticed his smile fading. I whispered, this can't continue. I don't regret crossing a boundary. However, it is overly complicated. He stayed mute. He looked into my eyes for something to hold on to. You're 19, I said. And I am myself. He quickly said, you're not anything. I've been thinking about you since entering your home. I was moved by his words. My fear outshone everything else. If your mother finds out, what happens? A murmur. If this ruins everything, what? He moved slowly, holding my hips gently. We'll be careful then. But how long can we hide? I asked. Uncertainty flickered in his gaze. We reached a consensus in that quiet. What we shared went beyond desire. Dangerous. It burned brightly without water. 2 days passed. I skipped phoning. No message was sent. I kept telling myself it was over. However, my phone's piercing ringtone broke the calm on that fateful third afternoon. She was Noah's mother. My heart raced to my throat. I replied, trying to act normal. Hi, sweetheart, she smiled. Noah said, he fixed your shower. I appreciate your letting him help. He said you made him feel mature. Inhaled deeply. He was a great help, I thought. I swear that youngster is becoming a gentleman, she said. You made him pasta, which he said was bad yet cute. I laughed nervously.
He's right.
A minute of stillness followed, And then she said something that made me shiver. You know, she said, he talks about you often. Indeed, lots. More than a neighbor should. My breath paused. Evelyn, I don't understand, yet you're like family to me. I trust you. I was tangled with guilt.
Faith.
That word broke my resolve. I messaged Noah that night. Stopping our behavior is essential. His reply was astonishingly fast. Why is this? Your mother is doubting. This cannot continue. It was quiet for a moment. He communicated. Still, I adore you. My fingers tensed on the cool screen. Affection. My eyes filled with tears. I hadn't heard that word in years. I knew the road I had to take. Then love me enough to release this, I said, before it destroys everything. His final words. I will always remember you as the first woman to awaken me. I haven't seen Noah in ages. Not since that awful night. I sometimes wait by the window for a knock that never comes. But I remember his caress. He kissed me like I mattered. I transcended being a widow with a broken shower for a moment. I became a woman who felt wanted again. Sometimes love arrives without eternity. At times, it's brief. A secret kiss. A shadowy murmur. That should do.